Here again is Art Cribbs. Art, your message, prayer connecting with the divine presence, and that wonderful image of a cosmic symphony connecting with the ultimate. I suspect your message conveys your own personal discipline and commitment as a Christian to the issues of peace, justice, and the reduction of human suffering. And so I have to ask you, Art, how do you pray for those things?
Well, it's an all-day experience. We're constantly in prayer. I think in the post-September 11th reality, we have been very fortunate to connect with so many disciplines, whether it's Judaism, Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, the range, that give us new opportunities to pray, not only singularly, but in a collective with other persons of many traditions. I think we have really been opened up. Our humanity has been exposed in new ways, and we need prayer. We really do. It sustains us, it carries us forward. Even persons who may say, well, I'm an atheist, I believe in nothingness. Well, we know that nothing stands between us, and that nothing is a presence that's not fully understood. And in that nothingness even, we can offer our prayers of thanksgiving.
You're dedicated to rebuilding community through reconciliation. And so reconciliation is essential to your prayer process. How does that inform you, for example, about the relationship between the United States and Iraq?
Yes. Well, we're so grateful to the Xhosa and the Zulu people who gave us the word Ubuntu. And Desmond Tutu is helping us understand Ubuntu in our own context. We see people too often as enemies or somehow different from us or opposing us in some ways, or we opposing them. Ubuntu reminds us that we are all connected in the human family, even when we're disappointed, even when we're hurt, even when people may attack us. And Jesus brought this to us very early when he says, love your enemy. He doesn't just say this out of an altruism. He says it because we are connected. We are interwoven together. And because our humanity demands of us to be in communication, in community with each other, we have to stretch ourselves and seek reconciliation. Not just forgiveness, not just express our anger and express our opinion, but to seek reconciliation that says, we disagree, we may never agree, but we will respect each other, we will value each other, and if we're very fortunate, we will come to recognize that your position is the other side of the coin to my position, and my position is the other side of the coin to your position. As human beings, you are uniquely who you are, and I am uniquely who I am, and together we make up the human family.
And that we're all God's children, and we have more in common than in conflict. Arthur, you said in your message that prayer can change the course of life and death, as it did in your own case when you were a young boy. Your grandmother, Bessie, prayed for you. What was the nature of your illness?
I had asthma, and I was at the point in the middle of the night where I couldn't breathe. I just could not get my lungs full of oxygen and air. And I was turning, I guess, a kind of a grayish shade, and at that point, she was convinced that she had lost her only grandson, and she was very desperate. But she was a great believer in prayer. She believed in prayer as a healing presence. She believed that God works through human beings, and she offered her voice and put her hands on me. And then she picked up the telephone and called a different religious tradition that had a prayer line. And I can vaguely remember the phone was next to my ear, and a woman's voice was praying over the phone while my grandmother was holding me and praying in front of me. It was a very powerful experience. When my father came home to take me to the hospital, we got there, got to the emergency room, the asthma was gone. I haven't had it since.
And so the knowledge that other people are praying for you is a critical part of the healing process.
We have to pray without ceasing. There's so much. You ask about the U.S. and Iraq, U.S. and Afghanistan, the U.S. Within the U.S., the many factions here, what brings us together is prayer, silently or spoken.
Thank you, Arthur Cribbs, for that compelling message.